10:45 Eastern Time, Friday night. We have a full mega box case of 2025 Topps Chrome Baseball. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning customer, welcome back. We're going to rip this full case. We'll do a recap at the end of all the hits. We'll ship them out to you on Monday safely and securely in bubble mailers. If you have any questions over the course of the live break, just leave them down in the comments section. We're live on eBay Live and YouTube as always. It's 10:46 here on the East Coast. I'm going to pop the case here momentarily. We'll get the boxes sorted out. We'll start ripping. We're live on eBay Live and YouTube, as we always are. If you love what you see here, save me as a seller on eBay. We run all of our breaks through there. I hope everybody's having an amazing start to the weekend. I hope you enjoyed some preseason football tonight. Sit back, relax, enjoy the break. If you want to let me know which team you're rooting for, I'd love to know who's here in the live rooting on their teams. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Ace, let's go. 20 megas. I saw somebody hit a Ken Griffey Jr. Hidden Gems out of a mega box the other day on social media. I'm trying to watch a lot of social media, but I did see that one. Here's our 20 megas. Good luck, everybody. Gotta get these all out, get them sorted out, get them set up. All right, we got 20 megas. I can't believe they're charging $70 retail for these. It's wild. Better see some action. Blasters were really good for us. Jumbo was really good. Hobby was really bad for us. So we'll see. We'll see. I have not ripped or seen anybody rip a mega. I just saw one fella who posted that he hit a Ken Griffey Hidden Gems, which was cool. All right, we gotta figure out where we're going here. Give me just a second. All right, we got 7 packs, 6 cards per. All right. Empty case. Let's figure out how I want to do this. All right, go that way. We're gonna go 3. We'll see. It's always a dream to see how I want to get these set up on the back wall here. In theory, it was a good idea. I'm not sure it's actually going to play that way. Let's find out. All right, we have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And 1. There we go. 20 megas. Good luck, everybody. Burrow breaks. Blue Jays, good luck. All right, if you guys want to let me know, Big Papa's rooting for the Tigers. We got somebody rooting for the Blue Jays. Here we go. We're looking for X Factors. I'm not going to sleeve and load everything during the live break. All you regulars know that. All your refractors or better will be sleeved or loaded or both when they ship to you, but I don't sit here and sleeve and load every single card during the live break. There's nothing worse. We sleeve and load the hits. We recap the hits at the end. What those cards? Good question. Thank you for that question. Lau, Angel Martinez, Aldegary to 199. We got a numbered card right off the rip. Nacho, Salvi. Angels on the board early. Angels. What those cards? I like that. You're eliminating all of the unnecessary words, right? Reese Hines, Greg Jones, Refractor. What are we doing? Hello, anybody? Benj, what's up? How are you? Tyler Stevenson, Joey Bart, Burrows. Benj, what's up, man? You got a lot of questions. Yo, hello. What are we doing here? What are we doing? You want to keep asking hello, or you got questions? Schwellenbach, Blaylock, Bybee. It's almost like everyone's Nola, Julio, Yamamoto, and Chase McDermott. Benj. Hey, Benj. Bye-bye, bud. Don't ever come in here again and say something like, chill out, my boy. Can I get something for free? Get lost. Get lost. We don't have time for that. All right, Max Muncy, Quan, sorry. There's all sorts of wild people. Suarez and McGreevy. We get all sorts of wild people this time of night. 10:45 here on the East Coast. If I could get any card at the moment, what would it be? Like any card ever? Or like any like current card? You got to give me some context. Greg Jones, Tanner Bybee. All right, we got one numbered card of the first mega box. One numbered card. Chill out, my boy. That's the first time I've ever been told that by somebody who was about to then ask for something for free. It's a wild world out there. Any card you could choose from, what would it be? If I could have any card ever? Whew. Good question. Me personally, it would be, I don't even know if it exists. Graceffo numbered out of 250, rookie, Cardinals. It would be something Tiger Woods, Mustafa. It would be a 1/1 Tiger Woods rookie auto if I could have any card ever. But I think he's the best player to ever play any sport of all time. It's just my humble opinion. So if I could have any card ever, it would be a 1/1 Tiger Woods rookie auto. I'm not sure if that's a thing, though. Gunnar Henderson, McMahon, Renfroe. That's a really good question. It's a really, really good question. Everybody would answer that differently. Some people would say Mantle. Some people would say Honus Wagner, Babe Ruth, James Wood. That's a nice one. But yeah, for me, it would be a Tiger Woods. I think he's the best golfer of all time by like 20 times over the next best. A lot of people want to get into this. Oh, Scotty Scheffler might get there then. Scotty Scheffler's not even in the realm of possibility to get to Tiger Woods level. Like not even close. In terms of marketability, just overall aura, nothing. He's not even in the stratosphere. So, yeah, for me, the greatest player to ever play a sport, which is an arguable thing. A lot of people would probably tell you Jack Nicklaus. I wouldn't. I watched Jack Nicklaus play a lot of tournaments. But yeah, Gleyber Torres. Again, all cards show, all cards ship here, guys. 1948 Bowman Stan Musial rookie autographed, and that's awesome, and I think that's great. That's what's cool about this hobby. Adley, Alcantara is a good one, and Brandon Lau. That's what's cool about this hobby. Everybody's got like something that would be their grail. Mine would be a 1/1 or just a out of 5 Tiger Woods rookie auto, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be a rookie. I'm really working hard on getting a Tiger Woods auto. Just anyone. I have an Aaron Rodgers auto. I have a Peyton Manning on-card auto. I have a Steph Curry on-card auto. I don't have a LeBron, so I want to get a LeBron. I'd love to have a Jordan, but I don't know if that's a realistic expectation. I don't know if LeBron is either, but I want to get greatest players of all time in the sports I care about for my kids in the safe. Kobe is my all-time favorite athlete. I do have a Kobe autographed high school jersey that is in my safe for my kids. I did once pull a Kobe autographed card, but it was a sticker. So Kobe is my all-time favorite athlete. Kobe and Tiger, but Kobe. There's Garrett Cole out of 250. But sticker autos don't do much for me. So that's where I'm at. But I do have a Kobe for my kids. Kobe Mayo, Darren Baker refractor. But yeah, Kobe was that guy. NXT rookie auto, Pete Dunne. Yeah, Butch. My kids used to call him Butch. That was fun. Tarek Skubal and Brandon Lockridge. Seems like the first pack has Matt Ricky Henderson. Yeah, you know, it's funny. Juan Soto refractor at the back. Card ripped, and, you know, when I was 8, my dad took me to a card show, and we stayed in line for like 2.5 hours. We got a Mickey Mantle auto, Evan Carter, Stephen Kwan, Gleyber Torres. And when I wanted to buy my wife's wedding ring, I had the Mickey Mantle auto from when I was a kid and the photo of him signing it that my dad took, Andre Chaparro, and I sold it. I want to say I sold it for like $1,800. I feel like that's the right number. Don't quote me on that. But to somebody who was buying it for their son, Ozzy Albies, and I had to actually give the lady, because I didn't have a COA, I had to give her the picture, like a copy of the picture of him signing it with me sitting on his lap. We also got like Moose Scourin was there, like some of the old Yankee legends, but it was wild. It was a wild experience. I wish I still had that ball because I'd like to pass that down to my kids, but by the time we get generations down the road, like, my kids don't care about Mickey Mantle. Honestly, they couldn't possibly care less. Couldn't care less. They're not trying to go back and watch blurry black and white videos of Mickey Mantle. Javier Sonoja out of 299. No autos yet. Nothing exciting yet out of the mega boxes. What are you guys seeing from mega boxes? How often are we hitting autos here? We have nothing stand worthy through what, 5, 4? Oh yeah, I used to go to card shows all the time. I have every big name 90s player. Frank Thomas, Ken Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, Mookie Betts. I have all the Indians players. They're now called the Guardians for whatever reason. Julio, Burleson, and River Ryan Prism. Get to meet all the old-time greats. Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Like, I think we paid $100. John Kenzie Noel, that's a cool one. Adolis, Yelich. It was cool, though. Like, I mean, I have Jeff Bagwell. I have a lot of those guys, but they're all just sitting in the ball holders. Tatis, Lewis, Alonso. I met Dan Marino, too. Card Ripken. I actually have a... So Bernie Kosar used to hold his charity golf classic down the street. Judge Freeman Bader down the street from where I grew up, and I now live in that community. And my dad took me, and I have a photo of Dan Marino, Bernie Kosar, and Jim Kelly. And they all signed my Bernie Kosar Golf Classic hat. Otani. So, Vinny P on the back. But yeah, I have some cool stuff. That was the greatest era of sports ever, in my opinion. Especially quarterbacks, man. Marino was so good. So good. Marino, Montana, Elway, like. And then we got into Brady, Breeze, Manning, Rodgers. I mean, quarterback. And like now you're like, well, like now it's just a little different. Like everyone wants these guys to be those guys, but they're not. Mahomes, Jim Tomey. Oh yeah, I got a Tomey auto. They're not. Like it's Mahomes and everybody else. Blaylock, Povich, Nito. Everyone wants Burrow to be that guy. Everybody wants Justin Herbert to be that guy. Justin Herbert stinks. Alvarez, Holmes, Lubob. And that's not my opinion. Like, Justin Herbert stinks. He stinks. He's not won anything. Like, he's 7 years into the league. He stinks. All the talent in the world. He stunk in college. He stinks now. He's always stunk. He doesn't make anyone better. Can't read a defense. Doesn't do anything well. Stinks. I think he stinks. Why? Why am I crazy? What does he do well? You want him to be your quarterback for the next 10 years? Go ahead. All right, good. Come back to me and tell me how many playoff wins you have. Lau. Base. Ozzy Albies. You guys can go back to my channel. His team record speaks for itself. Not good. Trout stinks too. I think Trout's overrated. You can go back on my channel and listen to that. Brooks Lee. Madden. Nemo. Cleveland has Sanders now. It's a tough one. The Browns had Baker Mayfield, who's a top 5 quarterback in the league. Non-debatable fact at this point. He's led the league in touchdown passes over the last 2 years. 1 playoff games. But they moved on because they thought they were so close to a Super Bowl. Baker was the only problem. And then they drafted Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur Sanders, which is wild. Wild thing. So now Shedeur played pretty well tonight, actually. I watched the whole game. Jacob Wilson's nice. Severino, Tyler O'Neill. But it's just wild because now the media is going to go nutso over Shador. And now what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Now you're going to throw out Dylan Gabriel if his finger can cooperate. Connor Wong, Stevenson, and if he throws 2 incomplete passes, that crowd's going to go nuts. You basically just bought yourself. Shador is going to be either your starter, Kershaw, your starter week 1, or every time Flacco throws an incomplete pass, they're going to be chanting Shador in that stadium. So the Browns fans are the single worst fan base in sports. Emmanuel Classe, and I'm a Browns fan. More of a Buccaneers fan these days, but yeah. Justin Herbert, if you're a Chargers fan, you might as well not root for your team. You have no chance with that guy. No chance. Can't stay healthy. When he is healthy, can't read a defense. Buxton, Pena. I love the Angels. I love Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, but they haven't put a team around him, and unfortunately, he's going to get that. That's going to be his aura. That's always going to be his aura. Couldn't get to the playoffs. Couldn't get there. And it's like, what do you want him to do? But what do you want Trout to do? I mean, but at this point, can you name? This is a good question. MC1277. Can you name another player as wildly adored by the card community, by the stat community, by the baseball community as well? Can you name another player who's done less in the postseason who's been so adored? Name one. I maybe there is one. I just can't think of it. Nolan Jones. Like, has anyone ever been as talented as Mike Trout that's done less with that talent? And the answer might be simple, and I might just not be thinking of it. Mookie Betts refractor. Dame Dollar in Portland. I mean, Dame Lillard won a series and hit a fadeaway 3 against, who was it, Houston, and then jumped up. Ken Griffey was in the playoffs. I know because my Indians beat them and knocked them out. George Kirby, Amador. By the way, Ken Griffey wasn't on like bad teams. He had Edgar Martinez, Jay Buhner, Randy Johnson. I mean, those teams were nuts. Mike Trout's teams are bad. Jackson Chourio, Mason Miller, and Jackson Jobe. Griffey made it to the playoffs. Griffey, yeah, but my Indians, that was my favorite of all time. Castellanos, Cruz, Bobby Witt Jr. refractor. Not a single auto yet. Can you get autos in mega boxes? Is this real life? He did also knock out the Twins in Little Big League. Fiducia and Christian Walker. It's a great one, Doc G. All right, we are 9. We got 13 of these left. Can we not hit autos in here? Make it up with a wood auto. I would love to do that. I'm shocked there's not been an auto yet. I think we had seven plus autos out of our blaster cases. So these just came out. Wasn't sure what to expect. Anyhow, I love. You can go back on my channel and listen to me talk about NFL quarterbacks. I love to do it. I love to be right. Greg Jones. I am right like most of the time though, just so you guys know. If you go all the way back and listen to me 2 years ago, all I wanted to tell you was that Mac Jones was the single shittiest prospect I've ever seen play the position. I told you all I sold a Kaboom for $1,000. I said I felt bad for the person. I've told everybody for years Baker Mayfield's a top 10 quarterback. I was wrong. He's actually a top 5 quarterback. He may be a top 3 quarterback when this year's over. Get your Buccaneers money in now. They may have the most talented roster in baseball. Luis Angel Acuna is a nice one. Shota. I'm sorry, in football. But, yeah. Anyhow, I love to talk quarterbacks. Where do I rank Hurts in terms of overall quarterback play, in terms of reading a defense, or in terms of overall like winning games? It's a different question, I guess. Hurts is top 10, but if I had to go win without that offense, if I had to go win without that style of offense and he had to just be a drop back pocket passer, no doubt Herbert is more talented than Baker. What do you mean? Where? Baker has a better arm. It's well documented. Baker has the best arm in the NFL that's not Josh Allen. You can actually go listen to Josh Allen. They interviewed him and asked him who has the best arm in the NFL that's not you, and he said Baker. Why is Herbert more talented? What's he done to make him more talented? We got 12 of these left. He's way more accurate. No, he's not. No, he's not. Go look at the stats. Come on, man. Come on. Way more accurate. Come on. Herbert. We got a Herbert guy here, which is fine. I think Herbert's he's like the 17th best quarterback in the league, maybe. Depending if he can stay healthy and stop running into the defense. I would say Jalen Hurts is 8 or 9. I'd have to run through it in my head. I don't think he's an elite passer by any stretch of the imagination, but he's a hell of a football player. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. Might be the best football player in the NFL. Is he an elite pocket passer if you can get pressure on him on early downs? No. Jose Ramirez. Ultraviolet All-Stars. Nice. First card that's stand-worthy out of this case. 9. Yeah, I said, what did I say? 8? 9? Yeah. I felt like he was 8 or 9, but he's a great dude. Says everything right, does everything right. He's definitely the guy you'd want to be the face of your franchise. Love everything about the guy. Do I want him to be my guy if we're down 14 and we got to drop back and throw in the fourth quarter of a game? No. But if everything's going right, everything's going according to script, he's about as good as you can get. Devers, Sanoja. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. Everything's going right. You're ahead of the sticks. Defense is playing well. Can't stop these guys. Ooh, we got an auto. It is a redemption. Come on, be a big one. Good luck. Receive a rookie autograph of Cam Smith, Astros. There you go. One's okay. I mean, Hurts has struggled. Hurts struggled really badly against Tampa last year. Tampa beat the living piss out of the Eagles in Tampa, and I was hoping so badly they would get that rematch, but they lost to Washington. Half because the league needed Jaden Daniels to move on. The refs were awful in that game, but also half because they didn't play well. But, yeah, I mean, Tampa beat the living hell out of Philly the year before in the playoff game in Tampa. They beat the hell out of them at their home field in the regular season. That would have been a bad matchup. I don't think Philly wins the Super Bowl if Tampa wins that game. Honestly, I don't. I think Tampa beats them by 30 points. They were just that much better. That's matchups make games. Case is starting to get going. Case is getting going. We got an auto. We got a case hit. That was a fun box. Going into this year, I think the craziest. I've been reading a lot, and you guys can listen to me. You don't have to listen to me. It doesn't matter. You guys can send me a message. Sometimes people do that, by the way. They'll send me a message after the break and be like, "Hey, man, really enjoyed what you were saying," or they'll be like, "You're the dumbest person on this earth." Either way, you can send me the message. I'm good either way. I just give you my opinion. It doesn't mean it's right. I always say the same thing, but there are definitely some lines we want to take advantage of. A lot of people, Basso, McGreevy, Aaron Judge, that's a nice one. A lot of people are picking Minnesota. Agreed. Baker had some stud receivers, but Burrow breaks. Baker's got some stud receivers in Tampa that he never had in Cleveland. You're right, but so why is Joe Burrow better than Baker? When has Joe Burrow ever done well without two of the best receivers, two of the top 10 receivers in football. He's always had T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Have you ever watched Joe Burrow play without one or both of them? He looks like he's never played the position before. Imagine being so like that's why it's so hard to rate NFL quarterbacks, right? Like why is Joe Burrow better than Baker Mayfield? Or why is Joe Burrow better than anyone? Watch Joe Burrow play when Jamar Chase is off the field. It's terrible. Sean Reynolds at a 150 auto. At least the case is starting to get going. That's what kills me. It's like, could you imagine if Patrick Mahomes was drafted by the Bears years ago? You think he'd still be as good as he is? I don't. You get drafted by a great organization with a great coach. Great organization, great coach, great system, continuity with the offensive coordinators. Like, nobody cares about that. Roki Sasaki's a nice one. Nobody cares about that. Everyone's like, oh my God, these guys are just so good. It's like, yeah, let him go. Let him go play a couple years with the Browns in the early 2020s with the shifting systems every year, new coordinators, new language, new systems. Come on. So yeah, for Jalen Hurts, yeah, he's been through some changes, but it's all been the same systems for the most part. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's very good. Do I think he's elite? No. If I was drafting a team, would he be in the first 5 quarterbacks I would mention their name? No, never. But by all accounts, he's a great human being. Good dude. Works hard. So that means a lot to me. Or the Raiders, yeah. I'm a Michigan fan, but JJ ain't it. Yeah. So like my big bet this year is Vikings under 9.5. And a lot of people seem to like question me on that. It's like, I don't think their roster's that good. Like their receivers are good, but I don't think otherwise. I do like their coach. I think their coach is really good. But I don't think, God, I don't think they're close. I think they might win 6 games. Might be 5. It might be like they may be toast early in the year. Just my opinion. I would also bet the Bengals under. I bet the Bengals under. I think a lot of people think that their running game is going to be better. It's not. Alonzo. I would bet the Buccaneers over. Bet the Buccaneers over. I think I bet the Broncos over, and I don't like Bo Nix. You guys know I don't like Bo Nix at all. I don't think he's great. I don't think there's much talent there. I think he's another good kid. I don't think he's very talented. Carlos Rodriguez out of 199. Now we're starting to spike some autos. Bassett. But hey. My big play is the Bucks to win the NFC, and I don't think it's that far-fetched. Who are you worried about? And they're going to start out. They're heavily favored to win their division. They're going to start out without Wirfs, which is great. Don't let Tristan Wirfs play. Why would you want him to get hurt early? Vladdy, DeGrom. Wirfs is going to sit out the first couple of weeks. Perfect. They got a great backup line. They have Bucky Irving. There's Otani. Bucky Irving might actually. There's Scooble. Bucky Irving may be the best running back in the league. That's not Saquon. And everyone's gonna argue on that. Go watch him play. Nice Otani. Go watch Bucky Irving play. And go watch Rashad White play in pass protection. That team is built really, really well. All right, we got 9 mega boxes to go. We've gotten on to NFL. This case, Jose Ramirez. A couple of autos that aren't great or terrible. Let's see if we can get going in the second half. Yeah, the Falcons are a super talented team, but that you gotta have Michael Penix Jr. make a big step up. Very possible. I don't think the Saints are very good. The Panthers are completely lost at sea, so it's just a great bet. Blue Shota. Cool team color match at a 150. Jose Soto. I'm curious who wins the World Series right now. If you guys had to put all your money on one team, your mortgage, you had to put everything on it. If someone walked into your house and you had no choice, who are you betting to win the World Series and why? Let's hear it. Unfortunately, the Dodgers tend to agree with you, but I'm curious to see what everyone else says. I agree with you. Christian Campbell's a sneaky good prospect, by the way. Cal Raleigh patch out of a Series 2 jumbo box. That's nice, Pokey Craze. It's a good hit. Leo Jimenez, Justin Verlander. They have the best player of all time. You think Ohtani's already the best player of all time? Wyatt Langford. Mike Trout. Gallen. Jays Brewers final lowest viewed series of all time. I could see that. That would definitely be the lowest viewed series of all time. Kyle Tucker. Roki. Refractor. I don't think the Brewers are getting there. I don't think they have the pitching. You think he'll end up being the best? Who do you have as the best player of all time prior to him, MC? Curious about that. Who's the best baseball player ever? Stevenson. I know who mine is. My answer might be different than yours. Doesn't mean mine's right. That's why I think it's cool to talk. What are my thoughts on Jaden Daniels? I think he's great. I think he had an insanely good rookie year with a wide receiver core with Scary Terry and a bunch of guys that are probably not NFL level. Tight end that's on the downside. But I think the coolest thing about Jaden Daniels is that he had the Bonds is mine too, MC. Bonds is mine. That's awesome. I thought Bonds was the best player of all time before he started jacking home runs all the time. Gold Wave, here we go. Seiya Suzuki, Cubs are doing well. Bonds was mine. Shota on the back. I think Barry Bonds is the best player of all time. I don't even really think it's close. But just my opinion. My favorite that I've pulled. Cubs are starting to do well. I think Bonds. I think the Sheets series. I think Bonds. Are you talking about the at-bats when he was, jacking home runs in McCovey Cove, or are you talking about like the scope of his career? Because for me, Waldrop, I thought he was the best player before. He started hitting home runs every at-bat. He was a 40-40 guy. I mean, he was great. He was great. Newbar, Blanco, Vladdy. His entire career was unreal. I love that he's signing for Topps now. It's amazing. You think Ohtani or Judge? You think Aaron Judge is the greatest player of all time? Bobby Witt Jr., Blake Snell? And that's fine. You can think that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just think Aaron Judge, for me, Correa, Lau. I think Aaron Judge is a guy with a big hole in his swing that's put up insane numbers. Great batter. Below average fielder, maybe. Dominguez, Trey Turner. Just don't really think it's a Ricky beat Sanford in the World Series. I think Ohtani may end up going down. I think Ohtani may go down as the greatest player of all time, but he's got to do it for a while. We're talking a long time. Pete Rose, Truth Hurts says Pete Rose. Yeah, I mean Pete Rose is an incredible hitter. I think all those guys, though. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the effects of steroids. I've never taken a steroid in my life. I think if I had to go back, I think some of my college roommates probably did. But I think anything that makes baseball more exciting is not a bad thing. It's like what Barry Bonds already had elite hand-eye coordination, right? Elite power, elite speed. So, like, if he did do steroids, let's just play devil's advocate on the people that hate that he did it. Out of 250, Adele Amador, team color match, nice Judge there. James Wood, 3 in the same pack. That's a nice pack right there. But, I mean, the guy, it's not like, if he did steroids, it's not like it made him from like some shitty player to where he was like, oh my God, he's the greatest of all time, but he sucked before. It was like, no, he was already probably the best. He was already probably the best baseball player of his generation. And then if he did allegedly use some performance-enhancing drugs, it just made it so that it was just way more exciting every time he stepped in the box, right? but it didn't like change the scope of his career. He was already amazing. Turner, Bernard on best card you ever pulled. I would probably say the Messi Super out of this year's finest MLS. Will Warren. I guess people are saying it's like a $35,000 card. I'm not sure if that's the best card I've ever pulled, but I pulled some crazy cards. Rock 1-of-1s. But yeah, that's probably the best one. $35,000 is. I am stuck on the Messi. People always ask me, like, what's the best card you ever pulled? I don't know. That one, it's up there. Ronald, Casas, Pedro Leon. Why pitch to Otani? I don't know, because who's behind him? Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, Will Smith. I mean, it's a pretty nasty lineup. But what are you gonna do? Walk him every time? Chris Sale. I think that's negative value. What's up, Justin? Yeah, I mean, it's a good question why I pitched to him, but like, what else are you gonna do? You gonna walk him? Will Warren, Skeens, rookie cup. All right, we got 6 of these to go. We've pulled some autos. We got 1 case hit. I feel like all in all, it's not been a great case. We're gonna take a quick 30-second intermission. We'll be right back for the last 6. All right, we got 6 to go. Hope everybody's having a good night. Thanks for listening to me ramble about sports stuff. That's what we do here for the most part. MC, got to get to work. Good. Hope you have a good day at work, my man. You just opened 2 of these? How'd they go? Any bangers yet? No, nothing yet. The Ramirez Ultraviolet All-Stars is the best card of the case so far. Let's see if we can't fix that. Here we go. How much is the case and how do you get it? I don't know. I think they're like $1,300 right now, and you can get them by ordering them online. Deshaun Kiersey out of 199. If you guys love breaks, we'll be here Sunday night with UFC and what else we got? Garbage Pail Kids. So no more baseball this week. I actually don't have any Finest coming. That stuff got a little pricey and I just didn't get it. So I don't have any Finest at all coming next week. But whatever the next release is after that, I'm sure I'll have a case or multiple cases. Pedro Leon. That's a good one, Mike Hawk. It's a good name, buddy. It's a good name. I see what you're doing there. Mike Hawk. Very good stuff. Bryant Shea Whitcomb. Yastrzemski and Bregman. Here we go. Riley Volpe. We got 5 of these to go. Let's find something. Let's see something. Come on. We got 3 autos so far. 3 autos. Let's get a cool vet auto. I would agree with you. I'd love it. We haven't seen any vet autos at all out of this product. Not a single cool one at all. I saw somebody just hit the James Woods Super out of the blaster. And I'm conflicted by that. I'll be honest. I'm okay with you hitting a super out of a blaster, but the chase of the product in terms of rookies should not The super should not be in a blaster. Stevenson, negative. Just my opinion, but for 30 bucks, you should not be able to hit the Chase Super. Just where I stand on it. I'm okay with you throwing some supers into blasters and into the retail formats, but not the product hits. Like, just be smarter. Ellie, Zach Gallen. But, hey. Yeah, but why? Why? Let a kid hit it. Why? Then don't charge $4.90 or $5.90 or whatever it is for the jumbo boxes. I feel like if you're gonna charge that, you better have a premium on what's coming out of those. I'm okay with a kid hitting it, but like, and not what you're charging. Mike Burrows out of 150. So like the whole thing is kind of convoluted. Like yes, I would love to see a kid hit that, but also the hobby boxes should be 149. You know, the jumbo boxes should be 299, and then I don't care. But when the jumbo boxes are 550 or whatever they're charging, you better put all the chases in those. Just my opinion. McClanahan. And I would love to see a kid hit it. I don't like I don't care who hits it at that point. I think it should come from a box though. Langford, Taukman. Kids can't afford retail nowadays. Yeah, I mean kids haven't been able to afford retail for years. It's not like a new thing. Butler. That's not new. I mean, I used to go grocery shopping with my grandma, and at the end, she would give me $10, and I would buy 4 packs of Collector's Choice, and, you know, 1 pack of Fleer Flare basketball, and I would go home, and, you know, it'd be like 6 minutes of fun, but that's how I collected, and that was great. But nowadays, you can't buy a pack of anything. If you buy a pack, if your hobby shop is selling packs, they're probably a criminal. Like, no one sells by the pack. No one that's like an honest person. And if they do, you got to be able to look at them and be like, oh, anything come out of this yet? Yeah, it's like 35, 50 bucks a pack or 150 bucks a pack or whatever. But it's just a different world. Bliss, Classe, Pena. But there's no kid who can afford the hobby. So, like, I hate when people are like, oh, let the kids rip it. It's like, no kids are... do you know what the blasters of this cost? $40 at Target. Ian Howe. No kid can afford a $40 blaster. So any kid that hit that card, his dad probably is like, hey, son, that's mine. Ronald, Schwarber, Yelly, Luciano. So that's the problem. It's like, yeah, I want the kids to enjoy the hobby. I want them to be able to hit stuff, but like no kids buying $40 blasters of this. Blake Snell, Bader, Romo. Brooks Lee, Schwarber, B. Reynolds. Mike Burrows. Already got an auto out of this break. Pirates. No big name autos yet. We got 3 to go. Bryce Harper, Siri, Vladdy Jr. All right, 3 to go. Going middle because it's not facing the right way. Here we go. 4 autos so far. I'm guessing we get 1 more. Hopefully it's a good one because none of these have been great. I would argue that Cam Smith is the best. Here we go. What's up, Baseball Highlights? How are you? River Rye. Norby, Harris, Tyler Anderson. Rookie auto out of 5 out of $5 pack. I hope he sold it. His stock is so far down. Jose, Naylor, Garcia. Blasters in Canada at Wal. Megas are 120. Jesus. I don't know what the conversion rate is right now on the Canadian dollar versus the American dollar, but that's absolutely ridiculous in any currency. It's absolutely insane. Blaster should be $30 now. 30 bucks is fair, but anything over 30, like even like now, basketball, they're starting to lower basketball, which is awesome. Basketball's going down to like 25 because nobody's buying basketball. I love it. I still love to buy basketball. Would a couple times there. Scherzer. 52.90, $93 American dollar for a mega box. Oh my god. Fitzgerald, Mike Trout refractor. That's insane. It was his first big pull. Man. Well, you better hold it for a while. It's probably cool. Paul Goldschmidt. Yeah, I've got some cool ones. One of my son's first big pulls was a Hulk auto, and when Hulk Hogan passed away, we have a Hulk Chic dual out of 5, and I was like, hey man, just so you know, this card was like $1,000 2 days ago, and I feel like it's like $2,700 now. And he was like, will it get me a LeBron auto? And I was like, nope. No, it won't. There's not a single LeBron auto in that range. So he's like, I'll keep it. I was like, are you sure you just don't want to bank that and like put it towards? And he was like, no. You sold the Red Cena? That was probably a good sale. You probably made a fortune on that. Laces out, damn, 1K on that Cena. That's a great sale price. That's awesome. Can't argue with that. Soderstrom, Bregman, Schwarber. Again, if you guys like hanging out here, it's late night on a Friday. We've been rapping about NFL quarterbacks. Ooh, what is that? Twins. Deshaun Kiersey, Lightboard rookie. Nice one there. Swanson. Nice little SSP there for you for the Twins. And the Twins. We are on box 19 of 20. I feel like this case has been just okay. Just okay. Nothing crazy. Nothing super short printed. We got a gold to 50. There's B. Reynolds. But if you guys like hanging out, listening to me ramble, I'll be here ripping Garbage Pail Kids on Sunday. Sasaki. We got some UFC midnight on Sunday. I'm off tomorrow night. It's the last night of summer. We're going to take the kids to the arcade, out for pizza, and then it's back to school. So I'm off tomorrow night, but we're usually here 4 or 5 nights a week. We love to talk sports. We love to give opinions, hear opinions. Otani, Duran. All right, last box. I assume we're going to get an auto here. I feel like we got to get one more auto. One more auto. 4 out of 20 just doesn't seem fair. We got a Ramirez Ultraviolet and a Kiersey Lightboard. I feel like we got one more case hit type card coming. Adam Bomb is just all the Adam Bomb cards come to the same spot. That stuff's been really, really popular. Everybody seems to like those. Bryce Teodosio out of 99 green. Yamamoto's nice. Rocker Xander. Not a lot of action here, I'll be honest, out of a mega box case. Upper decks boxes were 36 and 91. $19.90. Yeah, but I guess everybody back then, Kim and Euro, High Song's nice. Everybody back then wasn't immediately trying to sell the cards that same night for like comps. You know what I mean? Like there was Beckett, there was like card shows, like it was a different market. So, but those were $36. I don't know. I think it's more of a ripoff now, if I'm being honest with you. It's just my opinion. Blake Dunn. Everything was done in person. There was no like people pulling up their phone and being like, "Oh, here's the last comp on that." Terang, Dustin Harris, Tyler Anderson. I remember like there was like I want to say it was like a Donruss product where they had the nicknames. Like Crime Dog was one. Again, it was like a short print. Crime Dog. They had their nicknames. I can't remember the product. Yeah, I collected the entire Jerry West Select set out of Upper Deck, and it took my dad and I like 2 years to get them all. They're worth nothing now, but it was awesome. Everything about that was amazing, that whole process. Bryce Harper, Castillo, and Nico Horner. All right, this case stunk in terms of value as a whole. Here's a recap. Again, thanks everybody who stuck it out. Song, Teodosio to 99, Yamamoto, Stevenson negative, Kiersey to 199, Skeens, X Factor, Amador, Wood, Judge, Suzuki to 50, Sasaki, Shota to 150, Otani, Sasaki, Judge, Acuna, Jake Wilson, Sonoja, team color match there. Garrett Cole, Alcantara, James Wood, Graceffo, and Aldegari. We got a light board, Kiersey. Let's see. We got a Jose Ramirez, ultraviolet. Very nice case hit there. Autos all numbered. Reynolds to 150. Pods. Burrows to 150. Pirates. C-Rod to 199. Brewers and Astros. Cam Smith. Very nice. I hope everybody has an amazing rest of the evening. We'll see you real soon for a break. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.